Brace for impact. Many of us are familiar with this term with the movies. We've seen airline movies and different spoof on airplane movies where they're in the cockpit and all of a sudden there's a tremor and the lights go down and lo and behold, the captain gets on the mic and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please get your oxygen mask and brace for impact." Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my assignment was to look at the different styles as defined by Toastmasters International, to take a test and find out what my dominant style is, and lastly, to ponder what the impact my style might have on others. And as I was working on the assignment, I found that second part, the impact, really resonated with me. So today, I'll take you through those 3 simple steps of looking at the style. I'll share my test results, and then I'll give you that secret. If it sounds good, can I get a nod? Fantastic. Styles. As defined by Toastmaster, there are 4 main styles: direct, analytical, supportive, and initiating. As you take different business courses or in your own businesses, you might find different names for these styles. Sometimes they call it passive and aggressive, but they're all basically built around these behaviors. Initiating. Initiating people are enthusiastic and full of ideas. They're creative, and most of the time, their presentations are very visual. Supportive. These people are calm. They're friendly. They have sweet smiles like Jean Tracy. They're there to support you. Analytical. These folks think first. They're informed decisions and they just want the facts. Direct. They're just going to tell you directly what they think and they do not care about your opinion. My father. So, can anyone guess where I landed on the scales? I know you're going to be shocked. My test results. I actually was surprised on how accurate this was. However, I thought I would get all the points in initiating, but I did get a high 7, followed by a 3 in supportive, a 2 in analytical, and no shock here, 0 in direct. Now, as I promised, the fun part. As you're going through your communication studies, you're going to find people that ask you to pepper in different levels while you're speaking. So for instance, once you get your speech down and you're confident speaking, then you might learn, oh, you should change your behavior to those in the group, mirror them to get more response. Well, this is fantastic if it's a small group. However, if it's a large group, especially in my case, I'm speaking to 500 plus peers at a time, there's going to be a lot of people that are in the analytical and direct categories, and those are just not my strong suit. So my tip, this is what I do, take from it what you will. I do not change my style very often. I stay in an initiating style, but what I do is I follow an Air Force principle. Be ready to be ready. My significant other spent 30 years in the Air Force Reserve, and they taught preparedness. We had to be at the base on deployment. We had to have all these contingencies in case the car broke or whatnot. You could not be late. You had to be prepared. And this concept stuck with me, and I use it in my presentation style. So instead of worrying about, am I mirroring everyone in the group, what I like to do is be prepared for all the different styles in my presentation. And what I mean by that is, for the analytical folks, I might have extra slides with Excel and charts and the nitty-gritty that they want to know. For the supportive folks, they might want to hear stories and see testimonials. So instead of cluttering my entire presentation, I have these little buckets. I'm prepared for anything. Now, how will you know how to deploy them? The great thing is your audience will show you on their face. Much like those people in the airplane, half of those people, I would bet, they knew they were going to brace for impact before the captain even came on. They were aware of their environment. They got the little spidey sense, or they felt the creepy silence in the air, and they were ready to embrace. And then there's the people that have the headphones on and we're rocking out with their eyes closed. Unfortunately, the impact might be a surprise for them. So, what do we do about it when we're presenting? As you're presenting, look at everybody's face. Don't get scared and gloss over and glaze the audience like sometimes they teach us in presentation school. Really look at the faces of your audience and they'll show you, like Jackie Chan, if he's confused, they're going to make a face. If you're humming along and you're getting it right, people are going to nod or give you a thumbs up. And I love that. I think it makes an excellent presenter because you get to have a gift. When you see a confused person, you can take a beat and say, I might have skipped over that section a little fast. And you can go back and you can either dive deeper with one of your buckets of information, or you can ask if people have questions, and it takes the pressure off them, especially in peer groups. We don't always want to raise our hand when we don't know something because that might affect our raise. So it's helpful when the presenter can get those cues and present to what the audience needs. So folks, at the end of the day, your presentation is going to have impact. The question you need to ask is it going to be positive or negative? Brace for impact, Madam Toastmaster.